May the grace and peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you today and always. I remember when I was younger, my teenage years, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. All through my childhood, my adolescence, I watched my parents getting up every morning, going to work in whatever job that was, and it was a wide variety of jobs. They were good at a lot of different things. And I remember asking myself, what is it that I wanted to be? I was like a lot of typical kids my age. I wanted to be a fireman. I wanted to be a police officer, something like that. When we moved to Montana and I saw the cowboys, I figured I wanted to be a cowboy, ride horseback, and ride after the cows and all that. But then I realized that really wasn't what I was supposed to do, not what I was called to do in my life. And there was a time of searching and exploring, and it's amazing that as I look back, God has used every single step of the way, whether it was a good step or a misstep. God has used that to form me in who I am and in the current job that I have. God has used every single one of those things. But I have to say, not a single time in my life did I ever consider not working. That was part of the ethic that was instilled in me, is that I would be a worker, that I would be a hard worker in whatever I did, and I would do the best that I could in order to bring about change and transformation and be the best worker I can be. As followers of Jesus Christ, that is what God calls us to do. The Apostle Paul, in his letter to the Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, we read the words, "Make it your goal to live a quiet life, minding your own business, working with your hands, just as I instructed you before. And then people who are not believers will respect the way that you live, and you will not have to depend on others." Now, we know that there are times in our lives where we do have to depend on others. We know that there are times where things are not the way that we would rather have them be, and it's okay every once in a while to depend on others. But God calls us to be active. The Old Testament in Exodus chapter 20, where we read the Ten Commandments, one of the Ten Commandments is 6 days you shall work and 1 day you shall rest. It's about work and doing something with our lives. Brothers and sisters, I celebrate what God has called you to do with your life. May God bless you tremendously. May you find blessings every single moment you go to work. And we'll talk again very soon.